Cadillac. You're probably sick of hearing of them, but we aren't. Obviously, the big news right now is that they are in fact joining the grid next year.
What? I didn't know that.
What? Nah, I never knew that.
After a many-month battle with the FIA over scraps of money that no one really needs, they have finally been given good grace to join the battle. The big story right now is who will be their drivers. We don't fucking know. So that's why we're making this video, to try and give you our opinions on who it's going to be, because a channel with 1,500 subs, thank you, by the way, everyone's dying to know their opinion on that. Charlie!
Hello.
Charlie, you're our resident historian. What the fuck has been going on? Why is it taking so long?
Cadillac, they're an American car brand, part of the General Motors. I don't fucking know. Hang on. They're a bunch of cowboys from stateside. What am I fucking saying?
Are you okay?
Yeah, hang on.
It stated proudly before we started recording this video that he didn't need to do research because it's all in his head. He's just that smart.
Well, hang on. Jamie just did, we're going to analyse what the fucking drivers are. Now what do you want me to say? Do you want me to just go...
Hang on.
What history? They've never been in F1 before. What?
I mean the fucking team! The fact that they're racing royalty, the fact they've been in every other fucking part of motorsport, the fact that Andretti is trying to...
Oh yes, the well-known Cadillac WRC team.
Shut the fuck up, right? General Motors.
A Cadillac. I'll fucking kill you.
Shut the fuck up. Cadillac, in a different way, were in F1 before in 1952 and 1953.
Oh,
however,
fuck off with the Wikipedia page.
Alright,
I'm trying to do something for the video. You're too stupid to work out any notes that we're going to do beforehand. Actually, what the video's on.
Rob,
and you keep
Rob, just
it's
fucking read
fault,
it. Read it.
distracted.
Rob, just
It's
do
not
it.
my
Just do it. Just do it, Rob. Please just say something.
I've been fucking trying. Back in the 50s, Cadillac decided that F1 looked like fun. So in 1952 and 1953, two drivers in Johnny Fredericks and Bill Homeyer, who fucking cares, decided to enter a Cadillac engine Curtis craft car, whatever the fuck that is, in the Indy 500 for the seasons, respectively.
It's worth noting how lengthy the application process was, because obviously initially they were going to be called Andretti Global Racing, whatever, go Global Cadillac Racing, whatever. Andretti being the key name in the team name, which F1 didn't really like, and that's why it took quite literally years for the application to go through, much to the frustration of all the fans. But it's worth noting that the hill that F1 died on was the fact that, number one, they wanted Cadillac as the team name. They wanted a works team, the Cadillac works team. And number two, for some reason, they had massive beef with Michael Andretti and didn't want him in any part of the team process. Lord knows what happened behind closed doors.
I mean, I heard that the head of Liberty Media, or something along those lines, said to Michael Andretti, like, I will die before I let you in F1, or something like that.
Why, though? Did he call them fat neeks?
Maybe he shagged his wife? I don't know.
Maybe. Potentially at this point. I mean, what the fuck? I think it's actually a good thing that F1 was so... It's a good thing that F1 was so thorough with their vetting of the team before letting them in, because it's a good point. I mean, F1 always say, we're not going to let in it... Since the 2010 shenanigans of Virgin, HRT, Caterham, Marussia, whatever the fuck, they're very suspicious of teams coming in, and it's always, what can the brand bring to F1? Like, why should we let you in? You know what I mean? And I think Cadillac is, number one, a huge brand to enter F1. It's the first General Motors brand. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. Rob, was there anything you wanted to say?
Get fucked.
Awesome.
We should probably mention where the team will take up on the grid next year and kind of what their performance levels will be, because they've mentioned they've got some big aspirations. They're not just coming to hang around at the back of the grid for 5 years. They want to hit the ground running. So I don't know. Do you guys have any idea or Any opinions on
I mean,
where you think they'll be?
I've got a few factors in mind that might give a clue as to where they might end up. I could be completely wrong, but it's the setup of the team itself, the way they're based, who's running it, and ultimately, engine-wise, what's going on there. So starting with the engine, Ferrari. A Ferrari-powered Cadillac. That is a worse abomination than Frankenstein's love child. Ferrari's engines, notoriously interesting. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. I feel like this will be a flaw that will play up heavily in their car.
To be fair, Ferrari's engines are usually decent. It's everything else about the Ferrari that's crap. But it's new rigs, so they could shit the bed.
I think it's the safe option for Cadillac to go Ferrari, because they're not going to go with Honda realistically. Definitely not go with Red Bull powertrains. So it's between Ferrari and Mercedes. And why not go with Ferrari at the end of the day?
I personally, as an engineer with 1 month of experience on a Kerbal Space program when I was 10, I would have gone with the Mercedes engine, because look at McLaren. But again, maybe they know something about 2026 that we don't know. Maybe Lewis knows it too. Maybe that's why he went to Ferrari. Who knows?
Guys, do you think every time there's a race outside the US, Trump's going to tariff Cadillac because they're based in the US?
They only score points in America.
Because they only race in America.
They can't afford to get the parts from Europe.
You picked on the wrong one here, because I'll lay you flat out.
They will have a base at Silverstone, which will only be there, for their fucking race team and chassis. So the chassis won't be tariffed. It's just every fucking thing else. So the front wing will only be 30% smaller. The rear wing will be 20% thinner.
They'll rock up with a 2002 car because they can't afford to bring anything bigger.
They'll be raiding the F1 exhibit in London for parts.
They'll be going to like the Formula Student things in fucking college to just try and see if they can make something up for them.
The two bases in Silverstone and in fucking Indiana will be interesting. Things just might not shimmy together. Don't know about what you guys think.
I don't think at all.
There's one more thing I wanted to mention before we go to the drivers, by the way. The team principal. Small little note. My favourite thing is on Wikipedia, where it does says Cadillac fired former Virgin. My favourite line on Wikipedia at the moment for this bloke. Former Virgin and Marussia CEO.
Oh.
Marussia.
To be their team principal.
He's their team principal. That can only end really well.
Well, Christian Horner's available. Doesn't seem like they've made many good decisions so far in this process. So I would like to think they would make some good ones in their driver hiring. So, who do you guys think are going to be their drivers?
I think there are two names that stand out to me. I think just because it's an American team doesn't mean they're guaranteed they're going to ensure that there's an American driver there. I can't see them risking introducing the IndyCar driver to the lineup, especially for a new team. Which leads me to Bottas. I think Valtteri Bottas will be their number one driver. They're not going to go for Perez because my man ruined his reputation in the last season or two of his career. I think Bottas, obviously, what's he got, 10 race wins? Countless podiums. Sauber said that obviously his insight and feedback is incredible. I think he's just what they need to grow and flourish as a new team on the grid. And I will eat a sock in a video if they don't go for Valtteri Bottas. I think their second driver will be Mick Schumacher. I think they'll want a younger driver. We mustn't forget, Mick Schumacher's only, 25?
But why Mick? Like, the last time he was in F1, he was renowned for just splitting cars in half, you know? I don't think a new team would want that risk. Granted, it was a while ago, and he has been racing since, and he's been pretty good, but do they want to take that gamble? He's not been in F1 for years.
Yeah, but he's been a test driver in that time, and he's also, we mustn't forget, raced for Alpine in WEC and done quite well. He was trying to push that Haas as hard as possible to make an impression, and I think he'd make a solid number 2 driver behind Bottas.
I definitely agree with Bottas. I think that he would be a very good addition to the team. However, I feel like, for branding's sake, they're going to try and make a push for an American driver. Or maybe not an American driver, but one that's known in America. Obviously, a lot of the talk has been about Colton Herta. He doesn't currently have a super license, but he has a lot of sponsors. He has a lot of experience. He's only 1 point off a super license, I believe. He is already an Andretti driver. I don't know an awful lot about him, I'll be completely honest, but there is absolutely nothing about him that I would completely rule him out of racing in Formula 1 for Cadillac. But if it's not him, I think there's other options too. IndyCar, you've got Alex Palou, who has a super license, or sorry, is eligible for a super license. You've also got Pato O'Ward, who is currently signed with McLaren, but he's obviously not going to get a seat there anytime soon because they currently have two world-class drivers. You may disagree with that, but they're both leading the championship. Suck my nuts. I feel like he would jump at the chance to race in Formula 1. He's already done a practice session or two.
We mustn't forget as well that Alex Palou, he's the one who's really turning heads at the moment because obviously he's just won, I believe it's his 4th IndyCar championship, literally 2 days ago, as of recording. And he's a very, very good driver. You can even just tell that from his onboards. You don't need to have watched IndyCar. And I think he's probably the most solid choice out of the IndyCar lineup, obviously, because he's just won the championship. But even though I get that Colton Hurst is a Andretti global driver, but why would they go for him as opposed to the guy that's just won multiple championships?
He's very American. I'll give him that. He's very American. To be fair, if fucking Kyle Larson was eligible for a super license, I'm sure they'd go for him. At least then he can try and prove he's better than Max. But but the point stands. Would they really want to hire a rookie? I don't know. From an entirely business point of view, you can justify not paying a rookie that much. So there is that. I don't know. Rob, what do you think?
Once again, I disagree mostly with both of you, and I am the only one with the correct solutions for Cadillac. If they listen to me and all my experience in F1 manager, they would know I know what the fuck I'm on about. I agree that they want some experience in their team. Of course, it's a new team. They need the experience to build the team up to be where they want it to be. And in my opinion, there's only 2 options for them, and neither of them are Perez or Bottas. First option, the least likely of them, I will admit, Zhou Guanyu. Doesn't have a team, is a reserve driver, but he does have experience in F1, and he does have experience in really lower tier cars. He knows what he wants, and knows what he needs to get a better car out of a team. Don't fucking laugh, you dickhead.
Sorry, just... Okay.
With the right car, he could show some performance.
In his stint in Formula 1, he was entirely fucking mid and forgettable. Like, yeah, he got his points with the kick last year. That was great. That was a nice moment. But I honestly don't remember anything he did other than that and the crash. So
he's my least likely option. If anything, he would be, in my opinion, should be reserve driver for them. My most more likely choice for a more experienced driver would be Yuki Tsunoda. I don't feel like he's going to continue at Red Bull, particularly with Helmut Marko's issues with minorities. We all know that I love Yuki Tsunoda. I feel like at the moment he's struggling with a really difficult car. If you look back at his previous seasons in F1, at AlphaTauri and Racing Bulls, he stepped it up every single time, and I think he's ready to be a number 1 driver for a team for once.
do you really think that Yuki's going to want to sacrifice his spot that he's been fighting for fucking years for a new team that will likely start at the back of the grid? And also, might I add, the Red Bull salary.
Yes, with Helmut Marko, I do not think Tsunoda is going to last that long. I think they're going to get rid of him down the Red Bull.
But they've got new leadership. I know Marco's still around, but Laurent Mekies is like, he's saying that they're giving Tsunoda the parts that Max currently has. They were shafting their second driver by not giving them fucking parts. It's insane. So I don't know. We'll cut off this tangent. What is your other option?
An American driver is needed. Jack Crawford is smashed through the F4, F3 and F2 at the moment, so I think he's second in the standings. 33 super license points at the moment. I just think he's their best option. I say young, full of pace. You know, they can mould him to the driver they need him to be. Simple as. I think he's their best option.
And to be fair, I did see news the other day that he is in talks with them. So I think I'd completely forgotten about him, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's a good shout, to be fair, Rob. That's the only time you'll ever hear
Everyone
me say
does.
that. But if anyone has a chance, it might be him, because why not? You know, he's...
Gentlemen, is there anything else to say?
Alright, I think we're done. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe. We need to quit our jobs. We hate it.
Join the Discord. Join the Discord. Join the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord.
Bye.
Bye.